My name is Abbey, Wright. I'm a physio. I'm doing the foundation rock tape course. I'm going to be taping my partner Dan for his tennis elbow on his left side, which he developed recently. He's in the acute stages of it still from playing golf. He's tender on palpation of the lateral epicondyle, and if he does wrist extension, just push up against me, it brings on his symptoms. So I'm going to be doing symptom reduction taping on him today. So I've already measured out 2 strips of tape, one to go down the forearm and then the other to apply the pressure. Before I tape him, I'm going to ask him if he has any issues with adhesive. Do you have any issues with adhesive?
No.
And if I wanted to do a patch test on him, if he had had allergic reactions to adhesive in the past, I would cut a small piece of tape, like that, half of that, and I'd stick it on him, tell him to wear it for a few hours, take it off and see if it had any changed at all. If he had no problems with that, I'd then give him a bigger piece of tape just to see and wear it for a few more hours and then look at the skin and see if he'd had a reaction to it. But he hasn't had any of those things, so we can carry on. I'd also assess the skin to make sure it's not too sweaty or too hairy or have any open wounds, or if he's got any active cancer sites over this area as well, which he doesn't have any of those.
No.
There you go. So I'm going to ask him to flex his wrist and hold it there. I've already rounded the ends of my tape. And peel it back and try not to touch the sticky. And stick it over the end with no stretch on. Okay. And then I would check where the tender point is before applying the piece of tape with stretch on. There.
Mm-hmm.
So there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm applying some stretch and then popping it over the tender area. And then no stretch at the ends of the tape. And this piece is probably a little bit too long for him. And rub to stick, and then relax your wrist, give it a move, and check that he can move his elbow freely. Ideally, I probably have not cut so big a piece so that it's not going into the elbow crease, because that's not a great place to have, especially because he needs to bend his elbow. And then I'd retest the aggravating thing, so push. How's that?
Better.
Better. Good. So then I would advise him, he can keep this on for 5 to 7 days unless it comes off. And if he wanted to take it off naturally, you would just peel it off himself. But then to carry on with his sports as normal, but also to start doing some strengthening exercises for his wrist extensors so that he wouldn't get tennis elbow progressing into full-on tendinopathy.